Eliezer, the servant of Avraham, comes up with a test, a way to determine who will be the woman, the young woman, who will ultimately be the one worthy of marrying Yitzchak. And he says as follows: the woman who will say when she comes to the well that you can drink and I'll also give your animals to drink, Osa hochachta la'avdach al Yitzchak, that's the one. And sure enough, Rivka comes out to the Be'er, to the Ein Hamayim, to the wellspring, and she says to Eliezer, drink, and she also gives the animals to drink. At that point, it's a wrap. We know it's done. This is the woman, this is the one who is going to marry Yitzchak. But it's interesting to note is that Eliezer delays. The Chumash writes that as soon as that was done, V'ha'ish mishta'ela macharish, he was silent, he was astounded, he was silent. Ladas, he wanted to know, Haitzliach Hashem darkoim lo, was Hashem correct? Was this the sign? Was this it? So he's waiting, he's stalling, he's delaying, thinking, is this the right one or not? What exactly is he overthinking? Why is he waiting? She already said the magic words, you drink and your animals I'll give to drink. And then the next pasuk says, "Vayhi kasher kilu hagmalim lishtos." It was only after the animals finished drinking that he took the jewelry and gave it to Rivka. Presumably, take some time for the animals to drink and be satiated. So he waited 5, 10, 15, 20, who knows? What was the delay? He already had stated, as soon as the woman says, you drink and your animals drink, that's the one. Says the Sforno, there was another part to the test, which wasn't clear. Eliezer wanted to make sure that the woman who would be worthy to marry into the family of Abraham had the same midos, the same character, traits, and attributes as that family. Chesed, Hachnasas Orchim was their motto, were their values. And yes, it's true that as soon as she said, you drink and your animals to drink, he saw already an indication that this was a Balas Chesed, a woman full of the values espoused by Avraham and his family. However, he needed to wait until the end, because it could have very well been that after she finished this process of giving the animals to drink, she might turn around and say, okay, $10 please, or now that I did this for you, why don't you do something for me? But you know what Rivka did? She did nothing. After she finished the job, she turned around and walked away like it was nothing. And that is exactly when Eliezer said, this is the one. So he waited, he delayed, because he knew that she already was on the precipice of being the one, but he had to make sure that her intentions, her motivations were pure. She had no other agenda other than to do chesed shel emes, the type of loving kindness that is part of Avram's family. And we talk about Hachnasas Orchim all the time and Chesed. And Rabbi Soloveitchik talks about two types of people who do Hachnasas Orchim. But they're very different in the manner in which they do it. You can do Hachnasas Orchim because it's the polite thing to do, and you can also do Hachnasas Orchim out of kindness. When we do things out of politeness, it's not that we want to, but we just know that we have the pressures, we have to do something. When we do something out of kindness, it's something that we want to do because it's the right thing to do. And here too, Rivka could have given Eliezer and the animals to drink out of politeness and out of kindness. And it was only when Eliezer saw that it was done out of kindness, that is when he knew this is Hachnasas Orchim, this is a type of chesed that is part and parcel of the family of Avram Avinu. May we all merit to do our chesed and Hachnasas Orchim, not because of any feeling of politeness, not just because it's something that we have to do or we need to do, but because it's the right thing to do and because we want to do it. It comes from within. It's internal motivation, not externally motivated. And then we have that type of chesed and that type of mindset, then we are truly worthy of being called the children of Avram and Sarah and Yitzchak and Rivka. Have a wonderful Shabbos.